All right, here we go. When I come back,
and in just in a moment for you,
we're going to roles for a sales letter topic, and we're going to write over 1,000 words to create an awesome sales page. Alrighty, folks, we're back at it again. We have things that we need to do. We have to write, and I'm going to take you on a journey through writing a sales page, which fortunately, like I said before, we kind of did before. We kind of took this long writing piece, and then we converted it into a landing page, and then I designed it to show you. But now we're going to go through everything. We didn't do the research before. We didn't write things out on our cards and organize them in a specific way. Actually, just for your convenience, I think I should do this digitally so that you can kind of do it with me and see how it works. Do I have how many entries do I have? Am I still good for a while? Yeah, I think I'm good for a while. All right, go into Notion, and we're gonna write, this is landing page research / notes. All right, so what we have to do here is I have to find my dice. So my dice are over here, and once again, we are going to be rolling on the DM's DR Handbook. So in the DM's DR Handbook, the Google Docs version, not the pretty PDF that you will have access to. Give me my D10s, baby. Okay, time for D10s. What are we writing for today? We are writing for 24 Style Sphere, online personal styling. Sure, let's do that. So we're going to talk about online personal styling. We're gonna 24 this bad boy. There we go. No. Style. Style Sphere. Cool. All right. Now what is it that they do, right? Style Sphere, online personal styling. It is and this is why Notion is good, because I can just grab that and move it around. Style Sphere is a digital personal styling platform that curates fashion recommendation tailored to individual preferences, lifestyles, and body types. All right. And then it's using AI plus human stylist hybrid recommendations. To do that. Cool. So that's it. So who is our ICP? Who is our ideal customer profile, right? So let's see, this might be people interested in Stitch Fix. This might be people who are interested in Pinterest, men's fashion. I'm gonna write to men's fashion because it's easier for me. Yeah, so that's a good start. Let's go back to our PowerPoint really fast and let's look at some of the questions that we're going to be asking here today. What keeps them awake at night? What makes them angry or sad? All that kind of stuff, right? Interest. Now, men's fashion only, honestly, just it's more of a women heavy platform. So let's think of another thing. Pinterest men's fashion. What else do we want to do? I just want to get like one more kind of thing there. This is someone who's interested in sartorial dress up, whatever. Because I have a page like it's called it's on Facebook, which I never really go on, but it's like dapperly dressed in a casual age. Hey, shout out to that Facebook group. It's cool. I'm just not on Facebook, so I wish it was elsewhere. I mean, I quite literally have a Facebook account. I just don't use it. Okay. So now what do we need to do? We need to go do some research. Where are we going to? Stitch Fix? That would be an example, but we're assuming that they would go do it well. We're going to Pinterest men's fashion. Now, so let's go to Dapperly Dressed Facebook. Let's go to Dapperly Dressed Facebook. You gotta run better. This is crazy. Okay, so let's just see how these people talk. Okay, that's just informational. That's not enough. Slick, Classic, great suit, slick, yep. So I'm gonna make a little category here. I'm gonna say words, slick. What was the other one? Classic. All right. But see, we're gonna have people who get a little, you know, wearing solids or near solids. Okay. So this is just, you know, put them in there. Just like, what words are people using exactly? Timeless classic look, yeah. Trousers, definitely. Herringbone. Tassel loafers. And look, are these people a little pretentious? Yes, yes they are. But also they're so well dressed. Gentleman. Yeah, I am Alpha M. He's like, gentleman, you know. All right, so he does lots of videos on fashion, so that's a good thing. So I'll put that, you know, how does I am Alpha M? I am Alpha M talk? Because his name is Adam Marino or something like that. And, you know, he will teach you how to wear a suit, but it's definitely way more like how do you dress casually. So I'm thinking that this will, you know, people who are this into it might be a little bit too much. Morris, people, handmade, dressed up for the opera, keep the standards. I like keep the standards. That's cool. If I go that way, I will. Okay, so real quick, I'm just gonna, how does it turn into a toggle list? Toggle list? Yeah. Okay. Sick, classic. So now I can just collapse that. I'm a Power Notion user. I haven't used it in a hot minute, but used to love it. Yeah, man, what am I just looking through Chris's stuff? What's happening here? Yeah, classic. Yeah, definitely. Just a heavy thing on the classic. Trousers is a good one. I hate summer, to be honest. I hate dressing. I hate the heat. I hate sweaty people getting aggressively close to you when you're walking in the street. Okay, that's interesting. It's a nice little quote there. I might make use of that quote. Oh yeah, that's a good look, man. Look at that. That's a nice outfit, dude. Cool. Good for you. Dig it. Okay, I think it's about time to ditch that, and I am Alpha M. How does he talk about himself? Yeah. I wish, how could I do this more efficiently? Whoa. You need to, you gotta fix some formatting. I'm sure it's like I have a weird zoom setting on my browser or something. Yeah, Pete and Pedro, T. Shanley. Oh, that's, you got two. Why did you put a slider there, dude? Okay, no, that's cool. I like it. I dig it. Yeah, what I'm looking for is like what I would do if I were you, if I were doing this, if I had time to sit down. Like I said, this is normally like a 5 to 20 hour thing. Is I go through all of his videos, like tons of it, and go, okay, 31 super simple ways to look better, 5 hidden ways your parents screwed you up. You know, you could be hot if you just did this thing. Stop dressing like a boy. I think that's pretty good. Let's go there. Is that an article? Oh, sweet. They've got it in video form and in, oh, sweet. Yeah. Cool. I think that's going to be the backbone of the phrasing, right? So he's talking to these people. He's good at talking to these people. I've seen him post this video so many times, right? So many different ways. So I'm going to go to I am Alpha M. All right, so that's our article. All right, so what keeps them awake at night? So we're looking at like stop dressing like a boy, right? And then we see him talking about on a different one like how to be male coded, and so we see where was it? Yeah, assertiveness, confidence, strength. All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at someone who is concerned, being a boy, being a child, being low status, not being taken seriously. All right. What makes them angry, afraid, or sad? Kind of similar stuff there. They generally might think the world is too casual. People don't try hard enough. People don't take themselves seriously or their clothes seriously. And part of this I am informing based on my own knowledge of the space. Like I said, I'm in the Dapperly Dress group. I've followed I Am Alpha M less so recently, but more so in the past. I'm like, okay, I get what we're doing here. I get some of the phrases, I get some of the concerns, so that does help me fill this in a little bit, right? So hold up. Can I just like mass make those? Ding. No. I need to make those into H3s. You need to be in H3. You need to be in H3. Okay. What makes them happy? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go through. Oh. Okay. Sex, muscle. Sex, muscle. So let's go sex, muscle, strength. I like testosterone, it's making you look fat. Millionaire, so it's like accomplishment. Ambition / accomplishment. Status, women. Fitness, style. Never weigh these. Maybe like being unsophisticated. I'm gonna write it down a little bit. It's like it kind of being, I want to say like a pleb, but that's a little British. That's just a word that my wife and I think is funny. Let's just say being ordinary / lame. That's not good. Being boring. Yeah. Being boring. Oh, sorry. Some of these things are things that they're concerned about. Okay. What makes them happy? Money, cars, toys. Say success. Okay. Okay, I think we've got some start here. What makes them happy? What drives them to be better? Honestly, a lot of it is meeting women, right? Meeting / impressing many women, or meeting / impressing the woman. And I bet that's a split there, and it probably depends on your age. I started when I was started watching that when I was in like early high school or junior high or something, which is a different age, right? You have a different focus on things. So what drives them to be better? What are their daily frustrations? Being ignored, feeling not good enough, feeling anxious, feeling like, passed over. I think that's maybe it. You're not even bad. It's just that there's always someone better than you, and you want to be something better than that, right? What trends are occurring in their lives? Oh man, I don't know. Missed workouts. Probably. Either women turning them down or not asking women out, honestly. Or, there are probably guys who are dating around but not getting serious. What do they secretly want most? Oh, man. I mean, some want to be, what's his name from Playboy? Whatever his name is. The Playboy guy. And some want to be married to a hot wife in a big house with bulging muscles. Just kind of like more of like a trad impress everyone, like be good, versus like a Playboy / Andrew Tate guy, let's say. Right, just like women flock to me and I have total control over them. I'd like to think it's closer to this one, but we'll see. These are largely guesses, but again, I don't have time to go through all this and all the comments and stuff, but that's what you could do, right? You could go in and say, like what's the one I'm actually watching here? The one article I did go to. So I can go in here. I hope this is all useful. I hope it's like I could tell you to go through this, right? So you only need 4 shirts. Proceeds to show his wardrobe behind him with a rack of 50 shirts, right? Thank you. Been watching for almost a decade. I'm a little older and gain a lot of value from your content. Not very specific, right? Shirt is a bit small. Fabric is pulling in the chest. Tried Collars & Co. They're 100% polyester. 70-degree AC. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with dressing up. Is I'm in Texas and was in Arizona before that, right? Okay. Okay. The young guy's 20s in my business dress like 14-year-old boys when they go out for drinks, baggy, loose, whatever, and joke about my fitted shirts, polished army parents, saying they never see me anything less formal than a polo shirt. I pride myself on being smart and always presentable. That's a good quote. I love that. So I'm going to go up to quote, drop it in there. This is just how you do research. You just do it over and over and over again, right? I was on the Alpha M project several years ago. Still watch it all the time. I want to thank you for making the movie to look sustainably different now. Substantially, never mind. Higher level of confidence. Okay, that's good. I like it. We're getting some good quotes here. I will dress how I feel good and comfortable and cool in my way. Never age will tell me how should I dress. Okay, that's a lot of words, but also, dude, you opened the video. What are you talking about? Or you're following this channel, so you're clearly impacted by this. You're just sensitive to it. Yeah, seriously running out of the same original quality content. Well, I mean, dude, he's been doing this for 12 years. He's playing the algorithm game, so new people are going to get different stuff. If you've been following for 10 years, it's going to be the same advice over and over again, man. Yeah, okay. All right. What are their firm beliefs? What are their shakeable beliefs? Turn into heading 3. What are their firm beliefs? Men should dress nicely. They should be refined and have control. They should control of themselves and their environment, and they should be accomplished and industrious. Okay. What are their shakeable beliefs? Fashion is X. Fashion is Y. I think with this audience, it should be like men should be X. Men should be Y. And what I mean by that is like, this is a very like masculine forward audience, but at the same time, they're like, you know what, I'm going to scrub my face. I'm going to have a detailed skin routine. I'm going to not just wear, grunt style t-shirts or whatever it might be. And so they're going to have a certain outlook on life, which is like, you know what, there's that. And, they could say, they're shirking maybe the more traditional, like dapperly dressed in a casual age advice where it's like, oh no, like a leather jacket and boots, that's cool too. And so there's going to be something to that. And they're going to be able to break some of the rules, but not all of them. So I'll write break some rules while staying in the lines, maybe. What objections do they have? The objections that they have would be expense. They want their own style, and they take pride in picking it themselves. So I think that would be something about the AI thing that's going to be hard. You're going to want to have a degree of involvement in there. What is their bias? Being regular is bad / boring. Doing well enough is not enough. I would say that's pretty fair. And do they have their own language? It's casual. It's a little gruff, but understanding, right? So it's not like when you actually hear Adam talk. So when you actually hear Adam talk, he's definitely like, you got to step it up. You got to be better. You want to impress what does he say? The chicas, something like that. The ladies. It's not quite like that. The senoritas. I think the spicy senoritas. That's what he does. You want to talk about the spicy senoritas? Maybe I'll do that. That's one of the spicy senoritas. So yeah, there you go. I mean, that's interesting. So we're going to go into I am Alpha M, right? We go into a site and he's got this bit down here where he's like, oh, we've got Tish and Pete and Pedro. Now, let's say hypothetically, he's making this AI company called StyleSphere, and he's doing this to appeal to his audience, right? Cool. Now we have a background. We have a thing that we can write towards. So I think that we can... I am Alpha M subscriber. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is going to become a toggle. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to drop a lot of that into this. Okay, I'm going to drop a lot of that into there. Delete. Okay. It's fun. All right, so we got a little bit of some words, some quotes. So we're going to do the 12 profiling. 12 profiling questions. Questions. Drop that up in the 12 profiling questions. And now we are somehow deleting literally everything on the page. not that bad. So that's start of our prep here. I am Alpha M AI styling. Okay, so that's now what the project is, right? Okay, we're going through, very cool. So now let's take some of these here. So I want to take, what is questions I want to ask past customer experience psychographics. Why now? Why from me? Where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? When? And see, this is where I'm even getting into, like, this is, again, you become a copywriter, but very quickly you'll realize, like, oh shoot, they're gonna hire me for everything, you know? Why buy from you? Nope. How to satisfy expectations. How to satisfy expectations. Okay, the reason why I say that this eventually becomes like you're making the recommendation. So let's say we're saying like from where? Why from me? Well, we already have why from me, fortunately. So I can say, there's my story, right? I did this, I went bankrupt, and then I put that camera to use. I made my first video. Someone asked me to style their friends. I remember that, right? Dude, what happened to your old story? Oh, that's crazy. No, it's cool, but yeah, he had this thing where like someone asked him, a friend's wife asked him to style her husband, and he was like, "Oh, okay, sure." And then he just started doing that more and more. It's like, "Oh my gosh, this is the whole thing." So we have why from me, and we have a couple of like a little story there. Let me do that really fast then. So we're gonna do sub toggle. Why from me? There we go. Also, there's an additional story of friend's wife asked me to style her husband, then another, the rest is history. Okay, so that's what we did. So we've been doing this since 2008. Okay, that's a big one. Okay, so where are they coming from? They should be coming from YouTube channel. So these are people who are warm on his brand. A video, how to dress nice without wasting hours. I don't know, something like that. So now we're gonna do that, and the whole deal is appealing to people who, like, man, it takes a long time, especially if we're talking about like going and thrifting stuff at Goodwill, which is, if you don't have the money, it's a great place to start, but it is also very time consuming. All right, a little bit of lunch. When? After work? Question mark. Late at night? Question mark. So awesome outfits generated fast for different styles. Why now? Is here. And then we're gonna add another one, which is there's a beta group getting in and locking in price at a lower rate, exchange for helping us work out kinks in the app, right? All right, so it's brand new. Psychographics. Men 16 to 34, maybe. Ambitious, deep desire to not be regular and boring. Deep desire for respect and being desired. Past customer experience. Stitch Fix is boring and stuffy. Maybe, yeah. Okay, so we got some questions there. And again, I made some of that up. All right, so we're gonna write stuff down on a sticky note or an index card, every emotion, every testimonial, every story. So let's think about some stories. What are some stories I can include? I'll say my story, other stories. Now we already have my story, which is Adam Marino's story. Why for me, right? So that's gonna be duplicated in my story. And then I'm gonna go into other stories. We're gonna go Steve Jobs black turtleneck. Chat GPT. Real stories about how dressing well leads to better business accomplishments or better love life. High profile celebrity stories. Okay, so cool. We've got Steve Jobs' original story. And we've got Dwayne Johnson's story. A couple of real life references, so that's nice. So we're not just making up nonsense. Okay, do we come up with any new interesting stories? I really want names that I know. St. John's, complete corporate attire vibrant. It's bespoke tailoring is cool. It's just so specific, you know? Yeah, I think Brad Pitt is way better. Like that's something that that this group aspires to. Build out Brad Pitt story.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the move. I don't think that's a good story. So I'm gonna stick with the Steve Jobs and Dwayne Johnson stories, right? Cool. All right, not bad. What else do I want to do here? I've got stories, every fact, emotion, testimonial, emotion, testimonial. So we already talked on some emotions, some facts. Share facts and stats about how dressing well helps you in business and in love. And again, you should do this longer than I am. I'm putting these together. I'm using AI very heavily. The point is to give you kind of an idea of how I would research this. Like I would spend way longer watching I Am Alpha M videos. I'd look at what's the guy who's similar to him. There's like a military guy, and he does some cool stuff as well. Anyways, all that to say, you should watch a lot of their videos, read through their comment section, see what people are saying. It could genuinely take you like 5 to 20 hours for this. Again, I'm just practicing here. I'm trying to get some examples. I'm not actually charging a client for this, so I'm trying to keep it to 4 hours. for each lesson. So I gotta trim time somewhere. I can't spend 20 hours on this and show it to you all. But okay, so we got some facts. I think we already kind of hit on the emotions and some. I'm just gonna ask it to generate fake testimonials of an AI fashion service that for I am Alpha M subscribers that liked their subscription and their outfits. Cool. All right, here we go. Finally, testimonials. We're gonna drop those in there. Those are all fake testimonials. Okay, now we need to put it in a logical and persuasive order. How I'd recommend doing this on Notion, again, I would do this on cards. I thought it'd be easier to not do the top-down thing and organize it for this presentation, not in life. In life, this is way better. I've got a desk and just lay it out, but actually filming the desk experience, I think would be less than ideal. But I think you can see how these are more or less that, right? So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make these notes. I'm gonna make that a heading to toggle, and then yeah, everything's in there. So now this is my working organization. So now I can delete stuff with the band and not worry about it too much, right? Wow, taking a hot minute. Okay, so there's a lot of good points in here, but I kind of need to convert this to more of what you'd see in a note card, right? Yep. Okay, when you look in the mirror, you feel like the man. Okay, quality over quantity, higher quality fabrics and construction. I'm just gonna say invest in that premium fits better. Okay, I just said that. Fit is king. You'll look taller, leaner, more muscular. Build a signature look. Are there items that you wear that you automatically know you're killing it and get compliments? Okay. Stop wearing dead stuff. Upgrade your accessories. I don't think that's a point that I want to touch on here. I mean, it could be. Separates the men from the boys. Okay. Neutral base statement. When it comes to color, neutral is better. Take care of your clothing. Just one level above everyone else. Yeah. Better be overdressed than ever dressed. Okay, so I think what I'm seeing here, everything I'm seeing, I'm just gonna say, like from the beginning, the phrase I'm gonna go towards is a level up. You wanna be one step better in your dress, you wanna be one step better in life, you wanna stop dressing like a boy and start dressing like a grown, sexy man. All right, so here are all the things that you want, and they're all just leveling up, being a little bit better than everyone else, right? Dress to be the man you wanna be. Pride. Success, pride, power. Okay, yep, cool. All right, so let's start dissolving some of this, right? This is all gonna come out. I'm just going to drop it there. We're going to convert it to, can I turn these to cards? Isn't that a thing? A call out? Hold up. Is that a new thing? How do I do each one as a card? That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I want all those things. Okay, so I'm going to go through my ICP. I'm going to delete all that. So words are just going to be a checklist item. So I'm going to put that up top with everything. These are just words I need to use. Quotes. Boom. 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 Right, so this is throw it in a pile, mix it up, try and ignore it as like this in the state that it's currently in, because that's not what you're here to do. You're here to tell a new story in an order that makes sense, right? So these are all separate questions now. Language. I'm just going to delete that, delete. Objections. Shakable belief. And I said this earlier, but I think that's more of a shakable belief than a firm belief, because I think, you know, these people aren't super confident in that. They aren't super confident in what should their fashion choices should be and what men should be. They're going there to kind of figure that out a little bit, honestly. At least that's where I was when I was there. And that's fine. You know, you're figuring it out. That's something that men always struggle with, but particularly in our society, we don't have a lot of good ceremonies and everything to help guys know, like, you did it. You're a dude now. You're a man now, right? Desire. Want to be Playboy guy. I don't even feel like writing that. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm just going to, I would turn that job down. Okay. So desire. Life trends. So this is also like a problem. Problems. Goals. What makes them happy? Goals. Okay. Problem. You see, all of this kind of boils down a little bit. And the reason why I'm labeling it this way isn't because it's not a distinct thing, but because I'm trying to pull out of that and just think in terms of 12 gauge landing page, like where are these things kind of going to be positioned? And again, I'm going to do my best to mix these up in just a second. Okay, so now we're just sorting it around, right? We're taking it all out. Questions. Just pulling this stuff out, right? Psychographics. Okay, I don't think I need to include that as a card. That's just kind of a detail that I want to include. Along with words, there we go. Okay. Why now is like a whole thing. Why now, question mark. AI is here. Beta groups are doing this. Okay, we're gonna move that here. Why for me? I'm just going to keep that as a whole category there. Where are they coming from? I think that's a thing just to keep in mind up there. When? After work, late at night. That's just, it's never going to be written down. You're probably reading this late at night, right? So I don't need to position it that way. Fact. Yeah, those are great facts. Boom. And those are going to get mixed up like crazy. Cool. Why for me, how to satisfy expectations. I got show outfits there at the end. Other stories. All right, we're getting there, everyone. Testimonials. I'll just keep testimonials as a thing. Sometimes you'll end up doing it like twice on a page. Okay. Now, how I would normally do this. Oh, this is so much harder to read. Wow. That's crazy. Hard to read, man. So let's go ahead and convert everything here. And I can't. Okay, here we go. I'm going to cheat a little from Malachi's suggestion, and I am going to just go ahead and grab the 12 gauge landing page really fast, right? .12 gauge landing page, right? Okay. Grab attention to the big idea. Identify the problem, provide the solution, credentials and backstory, paint the picture. And this is the reason why you would normally just drag this out randomly is because it may not fall into this order. I think it depends on how you like to work. I think this is a great natural storytelling order. I use it a lot. And then when I'm actually reading through it, if I'm like, ooh, actually this part feels more natural in front of here. Like for example, it's better for me to show the big benefits of something before totally introducing the product. I'd be happy to do that, you know? Okay, here we go. 12 gauge. Okay, I don't understand why that's not 12 gauge. I just hit enter. No, of course it's not. Of course not. Why would I do that? Do like a heading 2 toggle, I think. Okay. Now we have these big categories up here, and I'm just gonna toggle them real quick because I think that'll be easier. Okay. All right. So now let's go into our working file and just kind of drag this stuff around. So the very first thing I want to do is something around level up. That's my phrase, right? See, this is not the most ideal. What I'm going to do, give me full width. Here's how we're going to do this bad boy. Just put that just immediately to the side. There we go. All right, so now we can go side by side here. Love it. Okay. Level up. So I have that. I think that works out. This is kind of a problem / intro, right? Stop dressing like a boy and start dressing like a man. The solution is I want to do that, right? Okay, all that's good. That's all the beginning of the solution. Make people notice in a good way. So this is all like exact tips. I don't know about that. There are kind of some quotes, right? Problems. I'm gonna throw those in the problem category up here. You know, you're feeling like X, Y, Z. And here's why I kept this stuff before. You know, I wanted to have you do this. I want to have you wear certain things, more core principles that you want to feel like the man. You know, now we're going to go into goals and desires. I think all of this can kind of be shakable beliefs. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to throw that all in, provide the solution. reorder that in just a second, right? Credentials and backstory. Build or paint the picture, right? So I guess this is goal, sex, you know, all this, all that kind of stuff is, whoop, don't do that. It's so hard to grab these sometimes. Paint the picture, you want those. Okay, that to paint the picture, okay. Introduce your product. Credentials and backstory. I guess with all these stats here, the stats is like, where do I want this to go? Where does it feel most natural? I can show the big benefits. I think that makes sense. You know, that's going to be that whole section. That's fair. Okay. All right. Eliminate the objection, show the big benefits. Cool. You all go in there. Drop that just for a second so it makes it easier to draw. Okay. The question is, if I want to identify the problem and tell a story about Steve Jobs and Dwayne Johnson. And it's possible I do. So I'm going to toggle Steve Jobs story, Dwayne Johnson story. Okay. So I'm going to take this. And that personal uniform thing is going to be interesting. I'm just going to make a note of that because I know I saw that somewhere else. Personal uniform. Uniform. In fact, I think that came after big benefits, right? I think both of those kind of fit in there of self-perception. That's going to be a big deal. That's just where we really want to hit it home. So put Dwayne Johnson in a story. We're going to drop both stories over here underneath this, you know. In fact, I'm just going to drop it down there. That's fair. Can I just drop it like short there? Yeah. I'll dupe that just so I can visually separate it a bit more. Okay, cool. All right, so these are like, that's a problem. I hate dressing like this. I hate all that, right? Yep, they dress like boys. I don't like that. Higher level of confidence. This is a testimonial. Credentials and backstory, that's the why for me section. You see how this goes for a long time. Like I'm barely even getting into this here, right? So language, that's going to be a note. I think that's fair. Introduce your product. It's called that. Show the main benefit, eliminate objections. I have objections here. Now, I often try to eliminate objections throughout and then use an FAQ section at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that because I want to make note that I will likely have more objection handling there at the end, right? So here's the actual advice. And that kind of feels like phrases. Build a signature style, right? Should be a uniform, something you're killing it. Yeah, a lot of this is moving into like exact phrases. Okay, I don't like any of that. We're getting rid of that. Sick, classic, slick, not sick. Totally different types of people. Gentlemen, spicy, senoritas. All right, then we want to go quality over quantity. Invest, you'll look that way. That's a thing. Upgrade your accessories. Neutral, take care of your clothing. Just one level above everyone else. So these are like the key phrases that I'm identifying. Dress for the man you want to be. Success, power, pride. Those are the things I want to hit on. And then I have testimonials, which I can drop into the once I reveal that, because the thing is actually going to be called something or other. Yeah, that's almost a dupe. It's not quite. Reveal your future self. This is sort of like paint the picture. I'm gonna do that a little bit differently, right? But you know, offer stack and bonuses. I'll have to come up with something there. Some offer creation. I'll get to that when I get to it. Risk removal and final objection handling. Objections. Cool. Testimonials. Okay, so that's gonna be in a proof section. Benefits, offer stack and bonuses, risk removal. So risk removal is always testimonials. But like I said, testimonials can be kind of throughout. So now I've got my working file done. Delete that. I should be full paged on all this stuff. Is this still a column? No, we just don't have stuff that's that long. Cool. So then there's some words I need to use. Turn into just regular old text. Cool. All right, love it. There's our outline, everyone. That's how I would put that together. Again, I would take more time. I would actually watch these videos, but now it's about taking this and turning this into 1,000 words. And I think you can already see it's not going to be a problem. When you do your research well and actually get good information, like, oh, that's probably already 1,000 words. So here we go, everybody. Gotta just get in here. TBD. Okay, so this is our cards in order. We identify, all right, this is the order I want everything in. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab everything here. Throw it into Google Docs. I already have a Google Docs. Boom. We're doing it for I am alpha M style something or other. Style sphere. All right. Insert break, because that's going to be my thing, right? Lead in, level up. And just to make this easier, I'm going to go ahead and convert that all to normal, so I don't have all those things there. Level up your, I'm gonna do this where it's like life, wardrobe, romance, or just say love, etc. So what I'm imagining here, and this is why I've said before, you know, having someone who has copywriting experience, but also an experience with design is like, all right, I'm thinking of this as I'm designing. I'm not just writing. It's like, all right, how many things would I like to put here? This is what I'm doing. I'm saying, you know, we're going to delete the actual benefit. We're gonna spam it. We're just gonna hit benefit after benefit after benefit, right? So we're gonna level up that. So I'm gonna say it's time to stop dressing like a boy and start dressing like a grown man. I'm just gonna simplify that a little bit. The rest didn't need to be said. The world is full of enough man children. Level up your life, wardrobe, love, life, etc. So I need like a one-line thing here. Your life, the perfect wardrobe is the unlock for the perfect wardrobe is the unlock for achieving everything you want in life. That's weak. But again, don't get bogged down, just keep going. The perfect wardrobe is the unlock for achieving everything you want in life. But it doesn't have to be stuffy. It doesn't have to be you don't have to be a clone. You don't have to be a clone. You can have your own style, own signature style. You can own your signature style and take ownership of your life. I want to help you. And then some sort of CTA, which I'm not quite sure about yet. All right, so now we're getting into like the long form written bit, right? The perfect wardrobe is your wardrobe, not the perfect wardrobe. Your wardrobe is the only thing between you and the success you dream of. Many guys think fashion is stuffy and unoriginal, but it doesn't have to be. You can own your signature style and take ownership of your life. I want to help. We want to help you. We want to help you. Discover my personal style. All right. I'm going to do like an interesting title here. It's like, don't be this guy. I ran into a young man the other day who was rushing off to pitch investors. So there's going to be, don't be this guy. Picture. I ran into a young man who was rushing off to pitch investors. I hope everything went well for him, but I doubt it. He was rushing off to pitch investors. His business idea was great, but his outfit, not so much. Society likes to tell us that likes to tell us that how you dress doesn't matter. It's what's on the inside that counts. Appearances are superficial. Rich people wear t-shirts and jeans. And if you're Mark Zuckerberg, go ahead and do whatever you want. But if you're someone who is still, so I handle their objection and I'm moving on. Look at that, right? I'm soft, but if you're someone who is still trying to grow and advance, who's still trying to level up your life, if you're someone, wow, I'm gonna go late today, dude. If you're someone who's still trying to level up your life, it's time to stop dressing like a boy and start dressing like a grown man. The world is full of enough man children. It's time to stop dressing like a boy and start dressing like a grown-up man. All right. If you don't take yourself seriously, no one else will. When you dress casually, people think of you like a filthy casual. There's my gaming reference getting in there, right? They don't take your ideas seriously. They don't take your idea. Business investors don't take your ideas seriously. Women don't take your propositions or other men don't take you seriously. And women don't take you seriously. I want to make that a little bit different, but that's what capping out at women don't take you seriously, because that's the most important part, right? People don't try hard enough. They don't take themselves seriously. If you know what I'm saying is true, you can cling to your plain white tee. Cling to your scruffy graphic tees. You can finally stop feeling ignored, anxious, and passed over. Right? Seriously. And turn you down. Other men don't take you Men don't take you seriously and don't respect you. Investors don't take you seriously. Businessmen don't take you seriously and you stay broke. Men don't take you seriously and don't respect you. Women don't take you seriously and turn you down. You know what I'm saying is true. You can cling to your scruffy graphic tee, or you can finally stop feeling ignored, anxious, and passed over. I don't know that I have a place for that right now. Right? It's like, the thing is, I could say like, and you stay cool while doing it. Even in the summer. That's what I was including that for. It's like, that detail could go somewhere. I'm gonna make that a little bit brighter. Okay, go away. Okay, I'm actually going to use that. That quote just hits hard there, right? The young guys, 20s in my business, dress like 14-year-old boys when we go out for work drinks. Offer advice to call me old-fashioned and joke about my fitted shirts and polished shoes, Army parents, saying that they never see me in anything less formal than a polo shirt. I pride myself on always being smart and always presentable. Do I still have that up? The young guys. Can I just... The young guys? Okay, we'll just hit that real quick. Insert. Image. Okay, there we go. It's gonna be tiny, but okay. So we have that now. Even the summer look, I'm just nixing that. That's not even useful. It's too much of a distraction. Hey, that's a live Roya edit, right? I could get distracted, and I'm like, no, that's distracting from the story, right? So you can clean your scruffy graphic tee, or you can finally stop feeling anxious, ignored, or passed over. That feels like the best. That's like ready to go for dropping that and being like, I'll figure out a spot for you, but it's not here. Insert break. Okay. Okay. You can cling to your scruffy graphic tee, or you can stop feeling anxious, ignored, or passed over. When you level up your wardrobe, you are saying you are investing in yourself, your future, and your happiness. You are saying yes to being seen as and actually becoming more successful, proud, and powerful. My goal is simple. I want to help you always look amazing and be appropriately dressed. I want you to always wear the outfit that makes you feel like you're crushing it. All right, so here's about like doing the backstory. I have all the stuff that I could still say here, but I've said enough, right? Okay, here we go. So I'm coming out. I want to say, you're saying yes to this. My goal is simple. I want to help you look amazing and be appropriately dressed. I want you to always wear an outfit that makes you feel like you're crushing it, which is why I've made it my mission to help guys like you since 2008. It all started with my friend's wife asking me to style her husband. I was flattered and happy. I was flattered. I knew I was well dressed, but not that well dressed. Then I had another woman come to me, and another, and another. The rest is history. And when my wife came to me, when my wife got me a new camera, I knew I could reach more people on YouTube. But the problem is, I don't love that line. What? When my wife got me a new camera, I knew I could reach more people on YouTube, but I can't be everywhere. I can't give each and every one of you personal styling. Honestly, that has weighed on me a lot, because style is supposed to be something personal, not something you just copy and paste. So you see how I'm starting to kind of reveal the offer now, right? My friend's wife asked me to style her husband. I did that. I don't have to do that big story, right? Reach more people on YouTube. Now I've helped millions of guys and made millions myself doing it. That was a little awkward, but I like that it's like, we talked about that with the different effects, where millions means different things. It's millions of guys, millions of dollars. So that's a nice little duality there. But it can't be everywhere. I can't give each one of you personalized styling, right? Let's unmute or unbold everything there, because I'd rather make that choice later. And I actually felt pretty good about those afterwards, so I'll unhighlight that. But it can't be everywhere. I can't give each and every one of you personal styling. Honestly, that's weighed on me a lot, because style isn't supposed to be something, is supposed to be something personalized, not something you copy and paste. But now with AI, I can help you in a way that I never could before. And it's not super lame. And that's coming from a former, I'm objection busting right now for AI. Like AI doesn't do anything cool. It's really uninspired. And that's coming from a former AI skeptic. I used to think that AI made everything bland, boring, and basic. And it usually does. But with the right amount of human input, it doesn't have to be. I was talking to a tech to a former tech mogul about it the other day, and he showed me about it last year, and he showed me what it could do with a little human input. And I was blown away. I asked him to quit everything. Got to connect back to the story. I was blown away. Suddenly, what he showed me was powerful enough to give me the chance to show up to clone myself. And what he showed me was powerful enough to give me the chance, too many words. It was powerful enough to let me clone myself and personally style each and every one of you. I asked him to quit everything he was working on and come build an app for me. And it's finally here. I've dreamed of the day where I can finally truly help every guy who wants to have to be better. The guys who want full control of themselves, their future, and their environment, it's like their domain, their Simba, everything the sun touches is ours. And I'm gonna just go domain for now. I'll just hit it with that highlight real quick. In their domain, right? So now I'm painting the picture. I'm going from that storytelling into the picture. The guys who want to make something of themselves and achieve something great. The guys who want a hot wife, a big house, 3 to 6 beautiful children, and bulging muscles, and yeah, a killer wardrobe. Now we're going to reveal it, baby. I think you see how this works, yeah? You see how we're doing it, how we're taking all this stuff and we're putting it together into one big thing, right? Now we're at 3 pages. Introduce your product. We're at step 6 of 12. That's pretty good. And some of them are going to be way shorter. You know, we've been in the storytelling point. That's meet style sphere. Style sphere is the first personalized styling platform that curates fashion recommendations, that gives you style recommendations based on your personal preferences, lifestyle, and body type. Here's is the world's first AI powered personal styling app that gives you recommendations based on personal style, lifestyle, and body types. Here's how it works. We scanned thousands of hours of my best videos, tips, and outfits I've created over the years and used it to build a AI run. Isn't it Aaron, right? Adam Marino. Build an AI dem. Go back to where I was writing. AI dem. Adam. I don't know if that works, right? AI version of me. But it doesn't, but unlike other AI platforms, it doesn't just start spitting out advice. Upload your favorite, connect your Pinterest and add in outfits you like. All you have to do is upload some pictures of yourself, like a couple pictures on Pinterest, and answer a few questions. Then Style Sphere gives you a personalized recommendation. And unlike other cheesy quiz-based quiz-based styling platforms, this isn't about, and unlike other cheesy quiz-based styling platforms, this isn't about forcing you to look preppy or unloading our old unsold stock. back room stock on you. I don't know. In fact, we don't charge you for outfits at all. Style, just tell Style Sphere your budget, and it will automatically send you links to for you to check out the perfect piece at the perfect price. As you continue to use it, Style Sphere gets better and better. It grows as you do, and constantly pushes you not to be somebody else, but to be one level better than you were yesterday. To be one level better than everyone else in the room. To take yourself just one level more. Take yourself more seriously than the other guys around you. Why? Because studies show. All right, now we're going to pick some stats, and we're going to do like a little call out here. Again, this is where I'm like, it's nice to have design and copy in the same place. 93% of executives say an employee's style influences promotion prospects. 72% of hiring managers believe, sure, yeah, okay. 41% of who are dressed are promoted more often. I like that one. Found. %, of employers in a 2008 career review found that dressed are promoted more often and earlier. %, feel like suit. That's suit specifically. Okay. 55% are. 66% feel dressing well boosts confidence. Makes them feel more successful, intelligent, and attractive. And the dressing better increases self-esteem and productivity. That's pretty good. What happened to the one about women? What? because I'm just doing this like little stat call out section. I don't think it warrants something crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, drop that up there. Okay, so I have this bit down here that says show outfits generated for different styles. I wanna show how this works. We don't charge you for outfits. Personalized recommendation, that is the perfect place for a screenshot. GIF, actually, probably, GIF. Yep. Wish I had a stat here. I'm just gonna say 69% of women. This isn't even a real stat. I just wanted that stat. I would look for something like this that would be like, I need, because everything else I've been doing so far is percents, right? So I want to be able to like big percent, and then like supporting text underneath. So I need something to say something like 69% of women perceive well-dressed men as sexier, smarter, more successful, and more popular based on that. Wearing red, dating tips. Sure. Okay, that's a bad one. That's a good quote. I'll move that to testimonials. Coming in here. Why not? Drop that in there. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I probably want like 4 of these maybe. 90% say in employee promotion prospects. I'm gonna get rid of that because the one below it does something very. 41% of employers say employees who dress better are promoted more often and earlier. 2008 Career Builder Survey. Okay. 66% feel dressing well boosts confidence, makes them more successful, intelligent, and attractive. Cool. Increase self-esteem, and 69, yeah, there we go, sure. And 69% of women perceive well-dressed men as sexier, smarter, more successful, more popular, and better relationship material. And we're just gonna... And that's gonna be from, I don't know, Wall Street Journal survey. It's not real. It's not real. It's all fake, but it doesn't matter because the point here is not to write something real. It's to show you how to be a good copywriter. Normal. Yep. Okay. Because studies show blah, 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 blah. How do I go into those stories? I'm just gonna go. I'm trying to like build the story a little bit right now, where it's like, okay, what do you want? There's enough man children. You can cling to your scruffy graphic tee, or you can finally stop feeling ignored, anxious, and passed over. I already have a story up here, but I feel the need to tell a story up here again, but I'm not going to. I'm basically going to summarize this into like Steve Jobs' iconic, a turtleneck. So he opted to embrace personal uniform. Its consistency reinforced his authority and made his public appearances more iconic. Okay. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson treats clothing as a tool. Wants to look polished and content. Good. His fashion choices feed into broader personal brand and authority, hustle, and warmth. And they are a reason that they are, and that is part of the reason why he is one of the highest paid actors in the world. Right? You know, there's some stories here. I'm just not sure how to use them yet. So I'm going to pull them out real fast and I will come back to it later. See if that's even something I want to include. Sometimes, again, this is where I get into the personal, the story, right? Is your whole thing needs to feel cohesive. And if it doesn't feel cohesive, if it feels like, oh, and then I injected this random story in here, it kind of interrupted it and took it in a different direction, you're doing it wrong. So let's do it. All right. Okay, so now eliminate objections, right? All right, so I already kind of talked about they wanted their own style. They take pride in picking it themselves. Okay, so now I need to do that, right? Here's how it works. Show this. So I'm going to say the key here is the human element. Yes. The AI is trained to think like me, but it's also trained to think like you. Once it makes a recommendation, it's still up to you to pick something you like and create your personal style. The difference is that Style Sphere Cut can save you thousands of dollars and save you hundreds of hours of browsing. And buying. It quickly brings the best outfits best outfit options straight to you for your final approval. And unlike other, for your final, I want to say like, it's like eye attention to detail style. It's just not the right word. I want it to feel more personalized there. But anyways, objection busting. Okay, they take pride in picking it themselves. We did that. Stitch Fix is boring and stuff. We already did that. Why now? Okay, so now Godfather offer. The why now, that's definitely going in here. Okay. Because studies show. So now I'm gonna do my big pitch here, right? This is level up your life. I think I already did that, right? That was my first thing. Level up your life. Good enough isn't good enough. Good enough isn't good enough. Style Sphere is here to help you take command of your life through it's like now if you're ready to, so now we're revealing future self because I needed a better transition. Good enough isn't good enough. If you're ready to if you're ready to impress spicy senoritas or one particular spicy senorita, this is the best time to get started. Normally, the best time was a couple years ago, but AI has unlocked a whole new avenue for guys to finally level up their lives by leveling up their wardrobe, right? So I have this one bit here. It's like, why now? Plus, there will never be a better time to join Style Sphere. While the AI is out of this world, we are still tweaking the app to get it perfect. So for the first 100 subscribers, we're going to give it to you for 20% of its future price. Not 20% off, 20% 10% of the total price. All in exchange. In exchange for being loyal subscribers and helping us work out the kinks in the app. So I don't know. Join now for just $12 a month. I don't know. That may not be the best progression there, but I think, you know, that's it is what it is. I like the direction it's going. It just probably needs a little tweaking, a little workshopping, right? Okay. Goals for a meeting the woman. We're impressing the woman. You know, we want to do all this stuff. We want to have more money, cars and toys. I think we're doing pretty well there. Offer stack and bonuses. Plus, when you sign up today, you get my fit guide, a 12-week workout plan to help you fill in your clothes, your new wardrobe better than ever. My best in the business my best in the business personal branding course that walks you through not just how to dress for success, but how to carry yourself at work, ask for a raise, and make more money, all with New York Times best-selling author Ramit Sethi. Okay, both of those could kind of be improved from a writing perspective. I feel like I should just have one more bonus here. My fit guide, best in the business personal branding course, and $100 credit to, I don't know. What's something that's like super universal, like you wear a Nordstrom rack? It can be a little preppy. I don't know. $100 credit to like a shop anywhere thing. Like a literally shop anywhere. $100 credit to Shopify, Amazon. What is the best place to buy a gift card for someone looking to build out their wardrobe? Banana Republic is decent. I know. It's like basics in business, casuals. Maybe I do an or to Banana Republic or Zara. Banana Republic or Zara. Thanks to their CEO. These are great brands who have decided to, this is not real, who decided to support young men and help them grow to their future potential. So let me say enter plus you get 10 entries for a $1,000 shopping, there we go, one shopping spree with me. I'll fly you out for a weekend in Chicago. We'll catch a game. 10 entries for a $1,000 shopping spree for a, I'm gonna say $2,000. $2,000 shopping spree with me. I'll fly you out for a weekend in Chicago. We'll catch a game, eat good food, and hook you up with an unbeatable wardrobe for free. I've already asked a few people, a few of my most engaged subscribers and a few skeptics to try out, what is it? What is it called? Style Sphere. To try out Style Sphere. Here's what they are saying. So I'd say, okay, so now we have to think about headlines a little bit. So I'm writing it all like long form sales letter style, but I want to emphasize this. I want to say why our stylies people are loving Style Sphere. That needs to be big, that needs to be bold. Hit it with bold, hit me with that 24 real quick. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna throw all those in there. They're good ones. All right, so now we end the testimonial section and we're at the end, baby. Yeah, I hope I'm not writing two of those. Good Lord, we should be done with all this, huh? Okay, so we do need to do an open loop pass. I think that's good device. We need to do, wow. Open loop pass. Okay. Story pass. Okay. Hit that with 24. All right, so now we're gonna do some basic layout. Dude, this is a long episode. Wow, this is gonna take forever. It takes a long time to put a sales page together, guys. Like properly from beginning to end. All right, so now I need to do a final offer stack. Final offer stack FAQ. If there is anything I want to cover here. No, I already covered that. Sweet. Final offer stack. Get, do I have like a thing here? And my bonuses, where are my bonuses? Gimme. All right, get final offer stack. So I get all those things, but I need to say that better, right? So I need to come in and say, what have I done so far, right? 24, good enough is not good enough. That needs to be 24. Okay, that one needs to be a little bit larger. Studies show 41% of employers do this. 66% of men feel blah, blah, blah. 69% of women. So now we're gonna go, let's see if I can just hit that, go format, give me columns, give me 3 columns. Give me that in like bold 24 probably. Bold 24. Bold 24. Okay, great. That's almost exactly how I want to do that. And let's undo the bullets. Hit it. There we go. Because studies show those things. Good enough isn't good enough. You're doing all this. I fit people are loving style sphere. We got to do that. Final offer stack. Okay. And go back to the beginning. Level up your life, wardrobe, love, etc. Picture. Picture. I ran into a guy this morning. Okay, so that is a new section there. Don't be this guy is headline. Don't be this guy. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's gotta be, my goal is simple. My name is Adam. I am Alpha M, right? I've been helping guys level up their lives since 2008. It all started with my friends when I did this. Okay, that's a new section. Stop it. So now we're clearly telling the story of why we're cool, why you should listen to us. This is where I got this, I did this, usually does. Yeah, so that naturally goes from story into sales pitch. Blown away, come up with an app with me, and it's finally here. Okay, new section. Get your personal your personal AI stylist. Okay, so when you scroll through, you're gonna see level up your life, don't be this guy. My name is Adam, I am Alpha M. Don't be this guy. So I'm gonna need to do this pretty well. Don't be this guy. I need to have something else bold here that's like, that one needs to be big. We'll just make sure we call that one out a little bit, right? We're gonna throw some brackets on either side, so I know I need to do something with design to kind of call that out of it. Because we're scrolling through, what are we reading? Imagine you just read your landing page from headline to headline. Level up your life. You don't want to be this guy. If you don't take yourself seriously, no one else will. Then we want to emphasize that for sure. Some version of that, makes you. I want you to always wear an outfit that makes you feel like you're crushing it. My name is Adam, I am Alpha M, I did all this stuff. I help guys become alphas. I help guys become alphas. And not the douchey kind. I've been helping guys level up their lives, their wardrobes, and their fitness since 2008. I'll start with my wife asking friends. With my friend's wife asking me to style her husband, I was flattered. I knew I was well dressed, but not that well dressed. Blah 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 blah. All right, you see where we're going here. So, I help guys become alphas. Meet your personal AI stylist. There we go. Because studies show 41% of employers will do this. 66. Okay, that stops a lot. Good enough isn't good enough. You ready, Spice the Senoritas? People are loving Style Sphere. I don't love that quite as much. Good enough isn't good enough. So maybe people are loving Style Sphere needs to go below the offer stack. Get style. Sign up for Style Sphere today. Something like that. It's a lame CTA, but you see what I'm going for. Okay. And what I like about this is I don't have to be as complicated here with this styles, with this the offer stack, right? We're doing that here. Get everything for free. Join now for just $12 a month. We already have a plus. When you sign up today, you'll get unlock your dream life. Take control of your life with Style Sphere. When you sign up today, you get bullets, access to Style Sphere, your AI stylist that helps you create a personal style while staying under budget. Did I already reveal this offer stack? No, I didn't. Cool. We're gonna get those things. And then we're gonna make a secondary call to action here. Okay. Not half bad, everybody. There's a landing page for you. There you go, dude. All right. So, unbelievable how much time I've spent doing this today. Dude, I think we're already at 5 hours today, and I haven't even designed the landing page. But I did do design the other day. Do I have to do a design? We're just writing. We're just writing. We don't need to design this. Do we? I could go like minimal outline. Yeah, let's go super minimal outline. Let's go super minimal outline. And, you know, I'm super good at taking it easy and not going overboard and providing too much value for free. And, you know, working too hard. And I'm super good at being brief. So I will definitely be able to do this quickly and easily. Let's pick a font, huh? I didn't do this last time, so let's talk fonts real quick. So I'm gonna do, it's so easy. It really is. It's like good font pairing. So we talked about this in the design episode, but the reality is you really don't need to do this like full thing every time, right? Like you don't need to have this design knowledge in order to put together a good thing. A bunch of designers out there have already talked about what a good font pairing is. You can just go in and be like, okay, what is it? What do I want? And then just look at it and be like, does this kind of feel like the brand I'm going for? Have a couple of words in mind. Alpha M, it's refined, but it's masculine. So those are my words, refined and masculine. So I'm looking for something that fits that. That's not bad, but it's a little, this is a little, it's a little like styly, kind of Helvetica-y. And what I mean by that, it's very fashion forward, very European. It's just maybe a little bit too stuffy for what we're going for. We probably want something, because we said refined, we probably want something that's a serif, which means all these with like no like swooshes on the sides. That's a sans serif. We talked about that before. All right, let's do something. Roboto, no. Gimme. Maybe. Source Serif Pro, is that refined? I don't know that it's refined. Yeah, we're getting there a little bit. I like it. It's fun. It is fun. And I do like that it looks handwritten. And the reason why I like that is because it's supposed to feel bespoke. You know, it's supposed to feel like this is custom advice from AI. So I'm feeling okay about that. But it is for men, and it is a little flourishy, maybe in a bad way. Bodoni, that's not bad. That is not bad. Fashion magazine combination, yeah. Ooh, I'm digging that. Yeah, adventure. Yeah, 100%. Let's just go Merryweather. That's good. And what I like about that is it has that serify bit there that makes it look a little bit more handwritten, but it's in a masculine way. You know, it's not, yeah. It looks just a little refined, a little bit fun, but not stuck up. Love it. Merryweather. No! Where's Figma? Okay, Merryweather. Where is Merryweather? Can I get more fonts, please? Bro! No, I want more fonts. Fine. Add family, baby. Oh, God, what? It is Adobe Fonts. It's owned by Adobe. Here we go. Gimme. Black. Give me that 64. Level up your life. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to do this super stylish. I'm so tempted to, guys. I do not need to do this. I'm sorry. I have things to do. It's already been so long. Oh, but I feel such pressure to do it and do it well. Guys, I can't do this. Give me that 16. Realistically, that's probably gonna be 24. Give me that regular. Boom. Level up your life. Boom. Ding. So all these columns and rows, by the way, this is just like a formatting thing here. Is it helps me. I think I talked about this before. No. It helps me make things proportional. So there's 12 of these red spots, and those are vertical lines. They help me do columns. So if I want to do 3 columns, I divide by 4, or I have 4 things. If I want to do 4 columns, I have three of the red lines for each one. It just helps me make everything proportional. That should be like 20 maybe, and bold, and on that, but over that, because you're on top of the rectangle, so it actually appears. And that should be black, because right now we're just doing a basic outline. Center. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say don't be this guy. Normally I do this in squares, right? But again, you already saw the design episode. I don't think I need to do another design episode. I don't know if I have the strength in me to not do it, but that's a different problem. I think I want to hit me with, like, I don't know, 10, 15, sure. So I want to use my shapes here again to call out a little bit some attention. So again, I got those 12 things. I'm going 3 wide, so I'm going to 4, if that all makes sense. See how that works out? See how fast that was? Oh, I love my little column. It does make it look weird, admittedly. Like if you're not used to this, you're like, that doesn't even look good. But it allows me to do it quickly and easily. And again, I did talk about this before. This is professional design software, kind of the industry standard, and it you don't need this. You could very reasonably put something like this together with PowerPoint, for example. Great software for people who aren't designers is Elementor, or you have some design instincts, but you're not like a developer or anything, or you don't want to get super crazy. It's super easy, just like a drag and drop thing. So highly recommend that. Don't be this guy. All right, new section. If you don't take yourself seriously, no one will. Okay, so now we're just ding, There's so much more to this than just doing like a basic outline. Again, this is like, this is what I normally do on paper, but, and those should definitely not be 64s. Those should be 48s for sure, because they're less important than the main thing. Oh, we're still in that section, my bad. So now I need to do like a different kind of a call out here, where it says something like, if you don't take yourself seriously, no one else will. Give me that in 36. Probably a better way to do that from a design perspective than just putting it in there, right? What? Oh, I did that for my bullet points, right? I remember now. Give me something spaced. Line height, I don't know, like 16 maybe? Nope. Cause I gotta go up to like 24, bing, nope, 36. Yeah, give me a little bit more space. Probably want that in bold or semi-bold, something to call it out just a little bit. Bold, yeah, hit me with that. Do I have bold italic? Gimme. Okay. Okay. So again, there could be some design changes that we actually make to this to make this look nice. Like for instance, there's no way that that's my above the fold. So like my actual above the fold is probably pretty close to, whoop. Let's go ahead and fix that upper section real quick. I'm just gonna estimate a 16 by 9 really quick. So that's probably, roughly your screen size. I need to send that to the very back. Okay, don't be this guy. Right, okay. The reason why we did that is because we're probably gonna have an image in there and it's either going to go like that or like, whoa, didn't know I had 2 of those, or it's gonna go like that and I'm not sure which. It kind of depends on the picture. Or it could go like that and have just a picture off to the side. And I'm not, again, I don't know which one it's gonna be, right? Let's put that in level up your life. We're gonna have something really cool for like level up probably. Line height, let's hit 24 so we get a little bit more spacing in there. Realistically, that should probably be 24 too. So that needs to be 36 now. Get rid of that line. Your wardrobe is the only thing. Your wardrobe is the only thing between you and the success you dream of. Because the spacing here. I'm gonna back it down to 20. That didn't help. 24, I guess. Yeah. 30. Okay. Normally that's not how I'd play with that, but it's faster here to do it that way. We're gonna have a nice picture of Adam up here to the side, you know, styling someone, or, you know, taking a picture of fashion or something like that. Don't be this guy, blah, 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 blah. So now instead of don't be this guy, that's gonna be, I help guys become alphas. There's gonna be a picture there. So I have a couple of pictures there that'll be kind of cool. I could do it a different way, but that's the way I'm going to do it, right? I figure I can show him helping multiple people, or maybe this could be gigantic, right? And it could be just like a massive like mosaic of people that he's helped. Okay, you're gonna drop this all in here. Again, I would typically edit this, but this has just gone so long. And is that what you want from me? Do you want me to write the longest thing in the world? Okay. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Boom, da boom, ticka boom, ticka boom, ticka boom. Okay. Now along here, and not the douchey kind. I don't know why it's not clicking. What's wrong with you? There we go. I was flattered, but the rest is history. Okay. So I'm gonna spam this attention thing, right? So new opportunity for some pictures. So here's a basic design thing, right? So as I'm reading through this, I'm like, oh, I want it to be this way. Well, I have this idea of like, I help guys become alphas and not the douchey kind, but if they spend too much time looking at the photos, they're not gonna see this. It's like, I want you to all become alphas and not the douchey kind, right? Okay, so now we just reminded that because the flow worked better on paper, but as I'm laying this out, it's like, it's not really working. Because I'm about to do the zigzag thing, I'm gonna drop the mosaic and just go for the picture that flows a little bit better. And because of that, I can add the and back in. Again, you see how the design and the copy are deeply formed based off of each other. And the rest is history. What I'd love here is for something to stand out as copy I could use to kind of transition to a new thing. Because I have the same story going on. So I want a zigzag, so I want to go there. Okay, and okay. Now I'll pull that over here. Okay, it's gotta be, but now with AI, that's 100% it, right? Okay. I want to personally style you. Okay. My transition. That's gonna go down to like a 24. 36. Can I do that there? What I'm debating is if I want to go here and throw my text there, or if I want to do like a bold final line there. I think I'm going to do this for now. That's just what I had in my head. Nah, because I don't have that much more before it's finally here. And then I say, meet your personal AI stylist. Okay. Like what I discovered. But now I can finally help you in a way I never could before. What I discovered, AI is changing the personal styling game. That's coming from a former AI skeptic. I used to think it was boring, and it usually does, but the right amount of human input, it's finally here. Meet your personalized AI stylist. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, because it's starting to like not stick out very much, is give me stroke, give me aughts, yep. Why is the stroke not good? Okay. KS smaller down. Cool. So now I'm gonna have this just like a little call out section here. Again, I'm trying to keep it a little bit separate so that it feels like it's flowing together, right? See how I use those nice little columns to decide how big things should be and where they should be placed and everything. Ooh, ah. That could be better, obviously. But again, this is a rough outline, y'all. I'm not designing a whole page for you here. Okay, then I need that because I need a GIF. Except I'm on a different thing right now, so I do want that to be that color. Use this to generate a quick picture real fast. Boom. Ta-da. I don't like the because in the thing there. I'm gonna do study show. It stands on its own this way, you know? And 48 is too big for that. Let's move it down a size. Why is it too big? Because it's not like a main category, right? It's just kind of a pop out, a little supporting section where we're gonna talk about the studies here. Boom, bam. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and hit that. Give me that 48, sure. Give me that black. Okay. Now, here's again, those little column things. So I'm doing 4 of these. Dink. Ta-da. Nice, okay. 41%, 66%. 69%, hit me with that, boom, boom, boom. See, not half bad, everybody. Okay. Now, why is that? Because, and there's a big thing with, not Gary Halbert, with Claude Hopkins, is the power of a very specific number. So let's say, even more than that, we say like 40.12%, 66.3%, and 69.7% of the feel that way, right? All right, so great. Now we have something very specific. We're like, wow, that must be real. They must have gotten that from a real study. Don't make stuff up. I'm just doing it because that's how it works really well for me making up a fake thing to show you how it would work, but don't do it. Don't do that. Okay. Study show. Great. Now we got to do good enough isn't good enough, right? Good enough is not good enough. I don't want that. For me, why did that not come with the whole thing? Weird how that goes. Like an unbelievable amount of time we put into this today. Holy schnot. I hope you're enjoying this. And if this turns off, this stops recording, I have filled up all of my things and I'm just gonna need to go no camera. Meet your personal AI stylist. Good enough isn't good enough. Hit it. All right. But I think, you know, again, the goal of this is not to get something perfect. I don't know that I have that in me. Maybe by the time I edit it, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't go through the actual like fine details because I have done that before. Maybe I'll just like drop like a, and here's what it would look like. And I'll do it when I have time. I'm gonna split that into 2 lines. Why? Because take control of your life is the important part, and then with StyleSphere is the brand, so that is important, but it's not the benefit. So that way you can, as you're scrolling through, you can say like, oh, that's the really important bit right there, right? Okay. But I don't like that, and I don't like that. Oh, do do boo ba do 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 do. It's off to work we go. Boo-doo-boo-doo-doo-doo-boo-doo, hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. All right, so what am I doing here? So I'm just kind of designing and vibing here, but what am I doing? Because it does not make sense to you or to anyone else what exactly I'm doing with my time and my energy, so I'm going to explain myself. Well, what I'm doing is deciding that format, what I really want to do is really highlight each and everything you're getting there. But by just doing the text, it's not standing out enough. So what I need to do is have individual pictures of what we're getting, and then go ahead and center that. When you sign up today, you get, move that down a little bit, boom, bam, boom. All right, so this one, I'm gonna basically make a calling card for each one, right? So I'm gonna go, that's my thing. That looks bad. Why is that not connected? Okay, so because again, we gotta optimize for the scanners, but even if you aren't optimizing for the scanners, even if it's just the regular people, they still respond in a very similar way, right? So this one is the most important one. It's the flagship product, so it's getting special attention to detail. Let's give that 36, boom. Okay, gimme a minute, midnight. Real Men, Real Style is the name of the military guy who has a fashion channel. Why is that the thing that randomly sprung into my brain? I don't know. I can't answer that. Minus like halfway thing. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Like that. Bigger picture. Center it, boom, bam, boom. Okay, now the thing is the next couple of ones have to be laid out a little bit differently. Got to go to that 3 column again. That's not gonna look good. Okay, which tells me I need to expand that out so it doesn't look wonky. Tells me I can back that up there. Boom, bam, boom. And is that still centered? Now it is. Okay. My fit guide. Okay, so that's gonna have to get a little bit smaller. What else do you get? The fit guide. I think you see how we can use, I've said this almost exact thing before, maybe even today, but I think you can see how we can use design to make this thing that's should be pretty image heavy. It's like, or pretty word heavy. You're like, oh, it's so much. I don't want to read that, and I'm the one who wrote it. You should not feel that way about things. It's a bad way to feel about things. My best in the business personal branding course. Okay, I don't know. It's too long. $200 shopping spree. Okay, so clearly this is something I do all the time. I don't see most copywriters do this, but it's because I have a design background. Instead of trying to force this with coding or anything, I'm just gonna add more copy here, which is the opposite advice you normally get, but these are as long as I want them to be. I'm gonna say, my fit, personal style guide. See, that's not too hard. You just add a couple of words. Now suddenly I'm on 2 lines like I am with everything else. Everything else can move down a little bit. And then we can fit it in like that, right? That's too long. Course. My best in the business course. Okay. Okay, nope, don't do that. Okay, delete. Delete, looking pretty good. Okay, these are already looking pretty good. Let me grab that. So I need that to become my quote. Nope, 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 don't do that. Turn it into a circle real quick. Thank you. Okay, so because I'm not insane, I'm not gonna type all of these out here really quick. Hit me with a testimonial. This guy's name is Chris T, 34, Chicago. Chicago. Hit me with that. Gimme, gimme, gimme a man of the midnight. Give me 48. Is that too many? Too big? Don't know. Nah, that's fine. It's 24 somehow. Unbelievable. What? Okay. You get to be 24. And you get to be 16. Spacing is 24 because it's too much. You get to be bold italic. Hit it. I don't like that. That's too much. Give me 16, I guess. Nah, it's too little. 20. Yeah, that's the sweet spot. But then that needs to be more like 10. Too small. Sorry, I've betrayed you. That's 12. That's the move. What is happening? Okay. All right, you see how that works? People are loving your loving style sphere. Hit me. All All right, so the goal here is just to get a bunch of people be like, oh, wow, it's incredible. Okay, baby. Here we go. Gimme. So I have all these different testimonials, but they're all fake. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's good to pick ones that are talking specifically to your audience's pain point and everything, but these all are super made up. I like that it's showing where they're from because you can say they're different ages, they're from different places. For ease, I did not do that, but in my actual quotes, that's a good move. I think that's kind of cool. It addresses like this works for anyone, helps people see themselves through this eye, right? Back up the top, I want that button. Big button, it doesn't look too inappropriate, but we want that down here. Discover my personal style, right? I'm gonna buy. What happened here? What? You're looking beautiful. What happened to you? What happened to you, Johnny boy? Okay, all my corner radiuses need to be changed to 15. That makes it look more unified. Center it. Clearly I messed something up when I was dragging it at some point. I disappeared for a second, but I will get to it in just a second, y'all. I promise. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. All right. And then the last thing is that we would want to discover my personal style. Now, normally I do a button like that, but there's not a big call out here. So I want it to stand out a little bit more at the bottom of this. So I'm going to go So maybe I have a big picture down here, you know. I'm gonna put that there. Take control of your life. Good enough isn't good enough. Become the alpha with style sphere. I think with style sphere is going to be a little bit different there. Become the alpha, boom, bam, boom. That should be 48 because I'm just not using, not 28, 48 because I'm just not using the space appropriately right now. I want to make that 24. Give it just a slightly different weight. All right, that's not half bad, baby. All right, now I'm gonna do a brief read through here because this was just slapped together, man. So yeah, what do we want here? Let's read through it really fast. Let's see if we're satisfied with it. Your wardrobe is the only thing between you and the success you dream of. Many guys think fashion is stuffy and unoriginal, but it doesn't have to be. You can own your signature style and take ownership of your life. We want to help you discover my personal style. Okay, I feel like there's maybe one more line than there has to be there. Your wardrobe is the only thing between you and the success you dream of. Many guys think fashion is stuffy and unoriginal, but it doesn't have to be. You can own your signature style and take ownership of your life. That part's hard to say. That's often a good test. Like, many guys think, take ownership of your life. It's like a powerful thing. The only thing that's good there is that it's selling the dream a little bit and the success you dream of. We already talked about that, so I'm gonna drop that off. We want to help you. The way that this is actually gonna work is level up is gonna be massive. It's gonna be like 60, I guess, bigger than that. Level up. It's gonna be like your and remember that word there, life, is going to change. Here we go. Level up your life. Your wardrobe is the only thing standing between you and the success you dream of. Many guys think fashion is stuffy or unoriginal, but it doesn't have to be. We want to help discover your personal style. Don't be this guy. I ran into a young man the other day, and this all needs some heavy design changes because it's just long and it's hard to read, which means we're gonna have to add in pictures and things like that. You've seen me do this sort of thing before in the design episode. I don't think I need to do it. I'll probably explain myself a little bit better at the very end. I think that's what I'll do. I think after this, you'll see me put in like a little like let's say a 10-minute thing. I'll finish designing this on a different day, and then I'll be like, all right, here's what I was thinking, here's why I did it, but it doesn't need to be today. If you're Mark Zuckerberg, all right. I ran into a young man the other day who was rushing off to pitch investors. His business idea was great, but his outfit, not so much. Society likes to tell us that how you dress doesn't matter. It's what's on the inside. Oh my God. It's what's on the inside that counts. Appearances are superficial. Rich people wear t-shirts and jeans. And if you're Mark Zuckerberg, go ahead and do whatever you want. What happened here? What happened with all of this? Here we go. If you're Mark Zuckerberg, go ahead and do whatever you want. But if you're someone who's trying to level up your life, the world is full of enough man children. It's time to stop dressing like a boy and start dressing like a grown man. If you don't take yourself seriously, no one will. Because when you dress seriously, people think of you like a filthy casual. Businessmen don't take you seriously and you stay broke. Men don't take you seriously and don't respect you. Women don't take you seriously and turn you down. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You can cling to your scruffy graphic tee, or you can finally stop feeling ignored, anxious, and passed over. When you level up your wardrobe, you're investing in yourself, your future, and your happiness. You're saying yes to being seen and actually becoming more successful, proud, and powerful. My goal is simple. I want to help you look amazing and appropriately dressed. I want you always to wear an outfit. That's awkward, dude. I didn't even write that. That was just straight from his website. I want you to always wear an outfit that makes you feel like you're crushing it, which is why I made this my mission to help guys like you since 2008. I help guys become alphas and not the douchey kind. I've been helping guys level up their lives, their wardrobes, and their fitness since 2008. It's all started with my friend's wife asking me to style her husband. I was flattered. I knew I was well dressed, but not that well dressed. And I had another woman come to me and another and another. The rest is history. And when my wife got me a new camera, I knew I could reach more people on YouTube. Now I've helped millions of guys and made millions myself doing it, but I can't be everywhere. I can't give each and every one of you personal styling. Honestly, it's weighed on me a lot because style is supposed to be something personal, not something you just copy and paste. But now I can finally help you in a way I never could before. What I discovered. AI is changing the personal styling game, and that's coming from a former AI skeptic. I used to think that AI made everything bland, boring, and basic, and it usually does. But with the right amount of human input, it doesn't have to be. I was talking to a former tech mogul about it last year, and he showed me what it could do with a little human input, and I was blown away. What he showed me was powerful enough to let me clone myself and personally style each and every one of you. I asked him, that's worth emphasizing. I don't think I didn't go very heavily into what to emphasize and what not to here, though that kind of seems important. Personally style each and every one of you. I asked him to quit everything he was working on and come build an app for me, and it's finally here. Okay, anything else I want to focus here? That. Why that? That's the thing I want to emphasize because it's relevant to the story. Again, if I'm scrolling through, You'd be like, level up your life. Don't be this guy. He does that. It's what's on the inside. Appearances are superficial. Rich people wear t-shirts and jeans. In fact, I could probably even put X's on those, like a little red X above it, and be like, oh, that's not true. Oh my gosh, it's so late. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You see, I'm just trying to make that stand out more, right? If you're Mark Zuckerberg, you can do whatever you want, blah, 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 blah. If you don't take yourself seriously, no one will. So you see how I'm kind of calling that out and trying to emphasize things that people would scroll through and really resonate with. What I discovered, I can personally style each and every one of you. It's finally here. Meet your personal AI stylist. I've dreamed of the day where I could finally help every guy who wants to be better, the guys who want to take full control of themselves, their future, and their domain, the guys who want to make something of themselves and achieve something great, the guys who want a hot wife, a big house, 3 to 6 beautiful children, bulging muscles, and yeah, a killer wardrobe. Meet StyleSphere. And that's worth a bigger call out than it currently has, right? Again, I'm not going to get super into it. I'm going to actually move on because it's 5:11. I got to go hang out with my family. StyleSphere is the world's first AI-powered personal styling app that gives you style recommendations based on your personal preferences, lifestyle, and body type. Here's how it works. We've scanned thousands of hours of my best videos, tips, and outfits I've created over the years and used it to build an AI version of me. But unlike other AI platforms, it doesn't just start spitting out advice. All you have to do is upload some pictures of yourself, like a couple of pictures from Pinterest, and answer a few questions. Then StyleSphere gives you a personalized recommendation. The key here is the human element. Yes, the AI is trained to think like me, but it's also trained to think like you. And once it makes a recommendation, it's still up to you to pick something that you like to create your personal style. I'm gonna change that to, again, just a huge tip is just read it out loud. It's so much better. You're like, oh man, I wouldn't say it that way. Then don't write it that way. The difference is that StyleSphere can save you thousands of dollars and save you hundreds of hours of browsing and buying. It quickly brings the best outfit options straight to you for your final approval. And unlike other cheesy quiz-based styling platforms, this isn't about forcing you to look preppy or unloading our old unsold backroom stock on you. In fact, we don't charge you for outfits at all. Just tell StyleSphere your budget and we will automatically send you links for you to check out the perfect piece at the perfect price. As a little awkward. Just tell StyleSphere your budget and it'll automatically send you links for you to check out the perfect piece at the perfect price. As you continue to use it, StyleSphere gets better and better. Where did my stats go? What? All right, I guess I didn't do that. It gets better and better. Just tell StyleSphere. It grows as you do and constantly pushes you not to be someone else. Not to be someone else, but to be one level better than you were yesterday. Be one level better than everyone else in the room. To take yourself more seriously than the other guys around you. Why? Because studies show, check this out. Ready for my pro move here? The it's 5:10, I need to hang out with my family move. I'm crushing it, baby. Watch this. I know I literally had it a second ago. I have no idea where it went, but oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. The move is screenshots, right? It's lame. It could look better. It would look better. It did look better. It'll look better in the final version, but not now. Good enough isn't good enough. If you're ready to impress the spicy senoritas or one particular spicy senorita, this is the best time to get started. Normally the best time was a couple years ago, but AI has unlocked a whole new avenue for guys to finally level up their lives by leveling up their wardrobe. Plus, there will never be a better time to join StyleSphere. While the AI is out of this world, we're still tweaking the app to get it perfect. So for the first 100 subscribers, we're going to give it to you for 20% of its future price. Gotta call that out better than it currently is. See how we're using design to call things out, place more emphasis on them, get a little bit more spacing so you can really catch it there, right? Okay. Good enough isn't good enough. While the AI is out of this world, we're still tweaking the app to get it perfect. So for the first 100 subscribers, we're going to give it to you for 20%, for 20% of its future price. Not 20% off, 20% off, 20% of the total price. All in exchange for being loyal subscribers and helping us work out the kinks in the app. Take control of your life with StyleSphere. When you sign up today, you get access to StyleSphere, your AI stylist that helps you create a personal style while staying under a budget. My Fit personal guide, a 12-week workout plan to help you, more words, achieve the body of your dreams, increase your energy levels, and as an added bonus, fill in your new wardrobe better than ever. My Best in the Business course walks you through not just how to dress for success, but how to carry yourself at work, ask for a raise, and make more money, all with the New York Times bestselling author Ramit Sethi. 10 entries for a $2,000 shopping spree. I'll fly you out for a weekend in Chicago. We'll catch a game, eat great food, and hook you up with an unbeatable wardrobe for free. Not a bad offer stack, huh? Discover my personal style. People are loving StyleSphere. I've already asked some of my most engaged subscribers and a few skeptics to try out StyleSphere. Here's what they're saying, blah, 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 blah. Become an alpha with StyleSphere. Discover my personal style. Sweet. I think that's pretty dang good, huh? From a design perspective, let me drop this. I know I use it quite a bit. Like, there you go. You can kind of see the general flow of this now. And I will give you a version that is better designed than this. For the end, you'll go ahead and see that. But because I don't know what that's going to look like, now I'm going to go ahead and give you a sign off before the end, right? What you need to do is you can do this. You can write this yourself. I highly recommend do not use ChatGPT. There's a lot of words. You can use ChatGPT for research a little bit like I did today, but if you do want to work in an industry, this is a great opportunity to really dive in, do research for someone you'd like to work for or someone you'd like to compete against, see what people are saying, and really just get that stuff in. So I highly recommend not using ChatGPT on this one, but it is what it is. What I recommend you do is pretend either you have a company you want to work for or that you own a premium coffee subscription service called Morning Harvest Coffee, which specializes in delivering freshly roasted, single origin beans sourced from small, sustainable farms around the world. Your brand works with charitable cause and donates 10% of all the proceeds to them. This could be a veterans cause, a women's shelter, dog shelters, local farmers, art projects, or anything else that you would like, and have fun with it. It's like I said, you could do whatever you want, but this is kind of fun that you could be like, this is a coffee company. I can make this coffee company into anything. Get creative. This is practicing flexing your offer muscles and branding muscles again, a little bit. Your landing page is going to come from a social media ad. So they're clicking through, they've seen it on Facebook or YouTube or whatever it is, TikTok. They're aware of Morning Harvest through social media ads. They've seen it before. They've signed up for your email list in exchange for 10% off a discount for first order. So this is a retargeting thing. You've uploaded your list. You have, let's say 1,000 people who've given you your email, and now you're hitting them with an ad to join. What are you going to tell them? They haven't committed to a subscription of your coffee yet. So what do? You want to write a sales letter that persuades the potential customer to subscribe to Morning Harvest Coffee. So go ahead and do that. And on the next time, we focus so much on that one specific sales letter, the long form one. Next time, we're going to focus on how you can take everything you learned today, how to take the 12 gauge landing page, how to put actual benefit first copy in there, powerful stuff that gets people to buy, and how you can apply that to more simple pages. You're going to do an email grab. You're going to do an e-commerce page. You're going to, you have a boss who wants to do that. Maybe you have a client who's like, we're really stuck on this whole Shopify thing because it has all these features. Great. That's fine. I'm going to teach you how to take the best strategies from this and apply it to those different platforms tomorrow. And that will be a huge unlock for you because the world is moving away from DR to some degree. But DR just has some fashion issues, right? It's just a slight format. And most people aren't teaching you how to do direct response for non-direct response. I will. I'm going to show you tomorrow. See you guys. Have fun.